Hi guys, how you doing? Um, it's been put on my spirit to speak about a couple of visions that I had a number of years ago. I think 2017. That I had these two visions, and I'm going to tell you, I was meditating, so I wasn't called back, or I was being called back. Let's put it this way. But it's been put on my spirit now to relate them. For some reason, there might be have a connection with what's going on. So here I'm going to let you know what those visions were. The first one is about Trump. And this one was, like I said, it was through meditation, but I'll tell you, I was there. I was above. There was this classroom, but it was a classroom like what you see in the United States where the colleges where you got to step down, you go step, step, step down. And then you've got the front podium or the front area. This was a smaller one. It had like six levels of chairs. And on them were just, I don't know, there was like a handful of people, not that many. And they were kind of scattered. They weren't necessarily sitting together on these. And at the front of it, it was just like, down to the main level. There wasn't a platform left. There was a table, like a typical school table, and a chair, and that was it, and a big picture window that covered the rest of it, and it was Donald Trump. And Donald Trump was in his khakis. I think he had like a taupe, windbreaker and khaki pants, kind of what you see when he's going golfing. So that's the way he looked. And he was the one sitting, he was like leaning where his legs were coming kind of out, where he's got one leg up front of it. It was so real. It was so perfectly real. And I see it still to this day. And he was like casually or talking, not casually, he was dressed casually, but he was talking to them about something that seemed to be important. And he did get up and he was walking and talking. And then he leaned against this table, like I said, where he's really kind of casual. And he takes his hand and to the picture window, which is behind him. And he goes like this, so I thought maybe it might have been a screen. I'm not sure. It could have been a flat screen TV, but it was large, like a huge picture window. And what you could see outside of this picture window was typical office buildings, where you've got just the grass and the simple trees. It was what came to my spirit at that time is that we were either at the Pentagon or it was about the Pentagon, because that's what was in my spirit about what was going on. So when he takes his hand and he swings it off to look at the picture window, which, or flat screen, because I really don't know which one it was. As he did, he was shocked because a missile came flying at him. And he jumped, and at that time, because I'm sitting up, this was in a daytime meditation, so I'm like sitting cross-legged and I'm doing this meditation, and I flew back and hit my head against the ground because I was just like literally thrown out or shocked by this missile that came flying at the window or picture screen. He was shocked by this as well. So, and like I said, Pentagon was in there. So I was thinking this was what happened to the Pentagon, that it was a rocket. And afterwards, because I didn't know what it was that I saw, what was coming at it, so I drew it for my husband because it had fins on it. And I can't remember the exact, I didn't keep the drawing, but I drawed it for my husband. I said, "What is this?" And he said, "Well, that is a rocket. They have fins." And then he showed me on the internet basically the exact rocket that I saw. Now, at the time when I was thinking, like, I never recorded this vision, but I was thinking that it was Trump was showing people what happened at the Pentagon in 9/11, that it was a rocket, not a plane, that hit it. but I don't know. That was so I don't know. That was what I was thinking, but the word Pentagon did continue to come into my mind. So whether it is something that is that state, that's, I don't want to be prediction. I don't like predictions. All I know is that I was given this. I think more to tell you because I think something is about to happen. That's usually why he gives it. So I'm assuming it has something to do with that. If you guys, anybody knows of anybody else who's had a vision like this, but for some reason I'm to let you guys know. So if something happens, it's chronicled that I had this, that God had given me this vision. And even though I was not, didn't come back, I was being called back at that time. He gives visions to everybody, true visions to everybody, because he's calling everybody back to him. So that was it. Now, whether that is Trump is coming back and it's going to be war because he's coming back, that's a possibility too. Because they are talking about that Trump's coming back and he's making his presence stronger, that he is coming back. And so I'll leave it at that. And I'm supposed to leave that. The other one, now I almost should make 2 videos out of these 2, but the other one was very interesting. This one happened at night. And it happened 2 consecutive nights. I think it was one night and then the next night. The first night, and whenever I get them like that, whenever I get a double vision, then I know, that's we're at. That's being told. It's not just, and also too when I get them and I'm really truly there. But in this, the first one, I'm waking up because my room got really light and I'm looking and the window was just like right there where my bedroom, you can't see the window from my, I wouldn't be able to see out, but I could see out in this, and I'm looking and I'm seeing a planet coming, just like this huge planet. In my mind, I said, oh, that's Nibiru. That must be the planet Nibiru. I know I'm not saying that right. But next thing I realize, I am not in my bedroom. And I realize I am in this huge room that had a big, huge picture window. The only place I can describe it is like the Enterprise. And that's what I was. I was above. And I got out of the bed or whatever it was that I was lying on and went to look at it. And I could see that I was looking at the Earth. Now, people are going to say, I believe in the firmament. I don't believe that we can travel to outer space, but I believe that there are vehicles that can travel and look at the Earth. But that was the first night. And it was real. Like these visions, I am so awake, so real. They're so tangible. I can smell smells and taste things and feel things. I have complete a believing that it's real at the time when it's happening. And the next night, exact same thing. I wake up, but I wake up now. I'm on that ship, and there's something else. But this time, this blew my mind, and it still will. I saw I guess the only thing I can say is a Dyson sphere. Ezekiel's wheel. It was a wheel within a wheel. And it was spinning at such high speed that it created electricity. And so it was sparking in blue. It was this blue electricity look to it. And it was just spinning and there was one behind it. And these things were planet size. I knew I was looking at something so immense, but I just stood there in awe at what I was looking at. To this day, I don't know what I was looking at, but I was looking at something that was absolute. If that wasn't a vision from God, I have the most amazing imagination because this thing was spinning and sparking, and it was coming. That was the one thing I got. It was coming. And I knew it was coming. These both were coming. My spirit tells me I was looking at heavenly beings. And, but there was two of them. So I wondered, I don't know, but there was like the one that was ahead and then the one was slightly behind. But I believe that they weren't just vehicles or planets. They were more angelic. That was the feeling that I got when I had it. So I know that there's so much talk right now about flying vehicles and this kind of stuff. But to me, those visions were talking about God's on coming, God's on his way. And I got to see something, I guess, Ezekiel's wheel, what he travels in or what his angels, I don't know, because it was something that I got a picture. I'm going to put the picture as going to be that picture. I'm going to put it as being the caption. So it's the closest that I've got to what it looked like, but I guess that's it. That's it. I don't know what's going to happen. I know that I've been encouraged to relate these two for some reason, and I'm going to just leave it like that. I love y'all. Stay in love and light. Talk to you later.